Yo La Tango Foxtrot.
Tango Foxtrot, man, right, everybody. Ladies and gentlemen. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, mostly gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Rough Week Podcast. Shout out to the Weeklings.
Shouts out to all the effing Weeklings.
Happy Monday, Wagwan. We have a dear friend with us today. He's in from out of town.
Let's go.
Nunnink,
friend of the show, Joe Nunnink.
You got a special, Nunnink?
I got a spesh.
Spesh coming.
Spesh coming.
Spesh coming.
June 10th. June 10th.
Juneteenth.
June 10th.
I asked for Juneteenth and they thought I said June 10th. So it's coming June 10th.
Check out Joe
Juneteenth, right?
Nunnink's
Yeah,
Juneteenth
No,
comedy.
Juneteenth.
Yeah.
It's called Dashiki Dreams.
They go, what day do you want it to release? And I go, if you really have to ask.
It's called We Was Kings.
Spike Lee joint, but it's going to be on
Joe
800-pound
Nunnink's special's
gorilla.
a Spike Lee joint.
A good director. You know?
I mean, that'd be awesome.
Dude.
He does one of those weird fucking the dolly shots where you know what I'm talking about? The Spike Lee on the Spike Lee joints?
On the Spike Lee
On
joints?
the Spike Lee joints when they're going through a hallway and it's like
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the dolly shot.
dolly shot.
Nice dolly
Fuck,
shot.
I think they zoom in on the guy, but the thing moves back.
Oh,
So they
yeah.
zoom in on the guy, but the thing moves back.
They did it in Jaws.
Yes.
Big in Jaws.
Yeah.
I tanked the pod 4 seconds.
Let's run it back,
Did
you guys.
You did something funny at the beginning of your special, he was telling me.
Yeah, I don't want to spoil the
You don't want
beans,
to spoil
though.
it.
Yeah. Should we spoil it? Or
No,
not
it's up to
spoil it?
you. It's your special.
Yeah, I did. Okay, so here's my logic behind it. I'll just say my logic behind it.
Yeah.
Because, like, a lot of specials now, they used to do the thing where it'd be like a sketch or something, or somebody would walk in through a bunch of doors and shit, and they'd walk out into it. And then, like, I guess everyone lost their patience or appetite with that.
Yeah.
So all these specials start now, like,
In the middle.
in the middle of, like, a joke or something.
Yeah.
Or you'll have, like, a joke, but, like, there's already laughs coming. Like, it's like, you don't know when it started.
Yeah.
It's kind of like you can't really wrap your head around when the thing started.
Yeah.
You know? So I was like, I'll start it in the middle of a joke. And but I don't want to burn any material, so I'll just make up a punchline without a setup, and then have them laugh extremely hard. And then so the whole thing comes out, and I was like, "What's the most like asinine, fucking ubiquitous sort of bullshit like parody of a punchline I could think of?" And it was "keep the change." And so the whole thing starts. I'm like, you know what I said to her? Looked her right in the eyes and I said, "Hey, honey, keep the change."
They all lose
And
their
everyone
minds.
loses their minds. And then the name of the special is "Keep the Change." I was like, fuck it, might as well name it that.
I
you know?
just love the idea of someone
good.
not getting it and they're waiting for keep the change.
Yeah,
They
100%.
watch the whole hour. They're like, okay.
It never comes. You never get set up.
There's
no explanation.
I think it might help with viewer retention, maybe. They're just like sitting there, white knuckling it through it. Like, where the fuck's the keep the change? Apparently, it's an
still have my-
explosive punchline.
Where's my fucking change?
Where's my goddamn change?
You never get it. So yeah, it's like a parody of a. It also sounds like a name of a comedy special.
It does.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, it sounds like
From
something
like the
from
early
man.
2000s.
sounds like Andrew Dice Clay.
Keep
the
the
fucking
change.
change.
Keep
Put
the change.
Hey, keep the fucking change.
I wish I had
man from
material
Brooklyn.
like that.
What?
I wish I had material like that. I wish I had bits that were like, and I said, "Nice try, honey." I got like a huge laugh.
Dude, I mean, I don't know if you want to out anybody, but there's a guy you know from back in the day who's got the greatest bit I've ever heard in my entire life.
Wait, what's?
No, honey. You're a whore.
Oh, dude, I will happily tell that. That's one of my favorite bits of all time.
It's just great. It's a classic hometown
This is
club cruise comic.
So I started in Kansas City. I was doing this club in Wichita, which is like a 3-hour drive in the fucking middle of Kansas or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm hosting, and there's this guy who's featuring. He's like the nicest guy in the world, by the way. And he's like probably 50 years old. He's been doing this for like 25 years. His act has not changed in like the last
25 years.
Yeah, 25 years. And he's got this bit. There was like, he's like, you seen these ladies nowadays? They call themselves dancers. It's like, honey, you're not a dancer. You're a whore. And I'm thinking, like, what is he even talking about?
You know all these ladies who dance?
Yeah. It's like the reference is like so antiquated. And then he just starts to like, I swear to God, he just starts to list like any female kind of profession. He's like, hairdresser, you're a whore. Flight attendant, whore.
He's calling
Nurse.
every woman who does
I love
anything
this
a
bit.
whore.
Whore.
I unironically love this.
It's so funny.
It's a
It's
great
genius. It's like next level shit.
Yeah.
Honey, you're a whore.
You're not a nurse.
Yeah.
You're a whore. Any female occupation.
Yeah.
He does this
Hedge
like
You're
fund manager.
a whore, okay?
it's the early show Friday, which which has like everybody knows is like the hardest show of the week or whatever.
Yeah.
And like no more, it's never more the case than in Wichita, Kansas in January. And so it was like a brutal show. And we're all like back at the like comedy condo after the show. We're like, man, that was a tough crowd tonight. And he goes, yeah, man, the horse bit didn't even work.
That's his metric. He's like, it's a slam dunk every single time.
So obviously they're not going to like anybody's jokes about anything.
The horse bit. That's what I do. It was fucking over for me.
I did a headline at one nighter at Off the Hook in Naples.
Brag about
There's like two of those guys.
Must be nice.
Okay, cool. Yeah, way to go.
Dude, there was two of those guys who you're describing.
Yeah.
And I was in the green room. Dude, they thought I was like a social media sensation. They couldn't wrap their head around the idea
That's
that
always the best.
that a
Dude.
29-year-old would headline this like shitty comedy. I mean, love the people at Off the Hook.
You must
Nice
be some
people.
kind of TikTok
Dude,
star.
they were like, dude, the world's changing. Who are you? Yeah, what are you, fucking 16 years old? I'm a fully grown man.
I'm 30
You're
years
like
old.
15,000 on TikTok? And you met every one of those guys?
They were
They
like,
must all come to the shows.
I was like, it's a papered room, and everybody in the crowd is 72 years old. What are you talking? Like anybody?
They probably
anybody
saw
with
you do
40
crowd work.
Like anybody with 45 minutes could theoretically do this gig. And they were like,
Anybody.
you were like, dude, this kid's like on a rocket ship to space. He's doing the Wednesday at Off the
I'll never
Hook.
forget I did a show in Hayes, Kansas, which is like another 6 hours west of Wichita. Like truly the middle of the
Nowhere.
Great Plains. Yeah,
Yeah.
middle of nowhere. And the show was in a barn, literally. And I go up to like for pizza with like the booker and the two fucking comics who were on the show who are like Hayes guys. And one of the guys was like, yeah, man, I think like in a year or two I'm gonna make the jump to Topeka. And I was like, dude,
He's 43
this
years
is
old.
such a fucking brutally long arc to like.
A couple years I'll get to Topeka.
It was like, yeah, a lot
But
of
then I'll
guys.
be 45,
Yeah,
so...
Yeah. A lot of guys in KC are like, maybe I'll go to Chicago and then
Yeah.
finally New York. But like, you know,
Yeah.
if you're in Hayes, you got to get to Topeka
No, when I get
first.
10 years under my
And
belt,
then
I'm going to
finally-
St. Louis.
Yeah, once I get enough experience, I could probably head over to Topeka.
Like the jump, the
Yeah.
big jump. They
Once I
call
get
it
10, it's to Topeka.
the big jet.
They call it the leap of faith locally.
That was a thing in Boston, too. A guy would be from, like, the Lakes region in New Hampshire, and he would make the big jump to Manchester, New Hampshire, and then years later, he'd make the big jump to Boston.
Yeah.
And you're like, you're still not there.
Yeah, you're still
Nowhere.
You're
He's
still
got like
nowhere.
a suitcase and a,
Yeah,
a
Yeah.
little hat.
You're 3 moves in, and you haven't moved to the right place.
That's impressive. Dude, it is funny, like when Instagram and all this shit was like clearly the main thing that everyone was gonna do, like in Florida, and I got to like 30,000 Instagram followers in like 2023 or something.
Bro.
And people were like, yo, so like, are you like famous? Or and then people get mad at me. I do like shows and they're like, you didn't even promote, dude.
Yeah, I know.
I'm like, would you want me to make a post about a bar show in Orlando when I have 25,000 followers?
25,000 people scattered around the planet.
Yeah, around I go, there's 8 billion people on Earth.
Dude, 400 of these guys are in India.
Yeah, like you have no clue. You look at the metrics and you're like, yeah, half of them are in Los Angeles and New York, and then the rest are in China.
Dude, also just like, yeah, the difference between clicking follow on Instagram and then buying a ticket.
$20
And then
comedy show
buying
tickets.
I've followed fucking, I don't even know what, like fartmemes.com. I'm not going to be like, dude, is Fart Memes coming through?
I think Fart Memes is doing a weekend at Side Splitters coming up.
Yeah.
It's going to be probably pretty
Every
cool.
fat black guy in the hood on Instagram, I follow them. I
That
don't
rocks.
remember any of their names. But if
Wait,
there's just like
they're
a
just
fat,
guys?
just like a fat guy, a fat black dude like yelling on the bus. Like every one of those guys I follow who's like, man, Tuesdays is bus day. Like, instantly follow every
He's
single
doing
one
the
of them.
funny bone in Omaha.
Oh yeah, they're all. I
You
mean,
gotta
they're
go
all
see
stars
them.
in the making.
Yeah,
They're all
yeah,
stars.
They do have lots of followers too.
Nice.
Yeah, absolutely.
I've been getting that big guy who says, believe in yourself.
I love that guy.
F N-word.
He's the best.
Believe in yourself, fuck N-word. I was like,
That's how I start my day. You know,
Yeah,
I make
it's morning
I say that.
affirmation.
I make
here.
a tea and then I listen to that.
Dude, I've tried to explain to so many people why Way of the Water is so funny.
It is it is like a comic masterpiece.
It's a genius
You have
film. I don't know. I can't explain it. I'm like, first of all, you have to be a cholo, I think.
Well, you
we
guys were
watched-
watching this movie like howling laughing.
Yeah, we
right?
think it's
Howling
Didn't you see it on?
I saw it
on
I-
mushrooms or something.
Well, no, actually, so me and Trent went to the theater with Max Fine and Adam Gilbert.
Yeah.
And they were on mushrooms, and me and Trent weren't. And they were like locked in, like, into the story. And me and Trent were like, I was weeping laughing. Like, I mean, like, tears. You'd think we were on mushrooms. Like, I was crying. It was like the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yo,
Something about it being 3D.
it's on 3D.
It's so self-serious. And then when you see the papyrus, whatever the fuck
Yeah, the papyrus font.
papyrus font come out, I mean, I was already like crying. I was crying. I couldn't believe they're like, yeah, it's still, by the way, it's still that.
By the way, we're still rocking papyrus in
It's just like,
2023.
I can't even, it was,
What's funny about the movie?
it's so like,
It takes itself so serious. They're
It's
blue
so
people
serious.
like evading the white man, you know,
Yeah.
that are in like mechanized robots, and they're like, kill all native blue people, and then they're like, they're
Yeah.
singing in the fake rainforest. Malakali. It's like weirdly Arabic.
dude, yeah. And then like they also like Michael Bay or whoever directed it, not Michael
James
Bay.
Cameron.
James Cameron was like, we need to like Transformers-ify this, so it
Yeah.
needs to have like family values or something. So the main character is like, I got to protect my family. It's like, dude, they're like blue aliens. Like,
Yeah. Well, he like switched over to be full-time blue alien.
yeah.
And then he's banging out his blue alien GF, and he has blue alien babies. And then one of them, spoiler alert, dies, and it's like this huge series. He's like holding a blue baby, and he's like, no! He's like, yo, we tried to learn the way of the water, but like he died and shit.
Why do you keep making them cholo?
I don't know. But dude, also,
I don't understand the cholo.
I know, that's the gap here. I've been trying to cross.
Trying to bridge.
Were you guys doing a cholo bit?
That was separate. It may have flowed into the way of the water.
I feel like we watch a lot. We're like, yo, the way
It's
of the water is
hilarious
crazy.
with or without
Way of the water.
cholo bit.
Yo, I've been like loving the way of the water.
Another funny thing about it is like the main guy like I think in the movie before it maybe he like becomes one of the Avatar
yeah, he
people.
becomes full blue alien.
And then he's like, they like the humans come
Yeah.
back.
Yeah.
And he's like, the sky people have returned. it's like, dude, you're from there.
Yeah, he's like, he takes on a Native American like
Yeah.
stereotypical accent, and then calls them the sky people. Like they make them so stupid at the same time. They're like,
The sky people, they've returned to the way of the water.
and you're like,
I
yo.
can't describe it. Is a laugh.
And,
riot.
and then you watch it, and you go, this costs $1.6 billion. It's like so funny.
And there's like
dude.
7 more of these. news
They have like
coming
9 planned.
out. Dude, I saw a thing that is
There's a third one. It's Fire and Ash.
Fire and Ash. Dude, Michael Bay's wife saw a screening of Fire and Ash and wept.
Is this true?
Yeah, it's what I read.
She
You
was
imagine
laughing.
weeping at the blue. Yeah,
She's
she's
just howling,
wiping tears
laughing.
away.
Oh, yeah.
She thought it was so funny.
Or she's just weeping because she's like, this is what my husband's like dedicated his life to.
This is ridiculous. He's
So
he's
sad.
like, I only care about the way of the water.
Fucking nightmare.
Your kids haven't seen you in 10 years.
James.
They don't understand the way of the water.
Dude, and he did it all wrong because he built like, I think they spent like millions and millions of dollars to build these like real underground like settings and stuff.
Yeah.
But then they just have like an animated blue guy on top of it. So it's like, what's the point?
So backwards.
What's the point of
They
like
just do-
a real Atlantis?
They do, what's it called? Mocap or whatever.
Yeah.
Just in front, just smeagling through like underground layers. It's so dumb. I can't believe it made any money. I can't believe
It made like $1 trillion.
Well, the first one made like more money than any movies ever made.
Yeah.
Somewhat inexplicably. I don't know why we all saw Avatar in 2008 or
We
whatever.
Everybody
all
thought
felt
it was
like we had to
amazing.
go.
I didn't. I go, this is bad. I
don't know why I went to both.
I was like 19 years old. I was like, this is stupid.
Yeah, I got really baked and I fell asleep there.
It was a $460 million budget. It made $2.3 billion.
Yeah, holy
box office.
shit.
That's like the
way
GDP
the-
of France.
This is the
That's
way of the
so
water.
much money.
The way
Yeah,
the
how much
water-
did the way of the water make? Wait,
I love that. And it was pretty good on Rotten Tomatoes.
that's
76.
I don't understand.
76.
I generally do not get any of it.
It was also like 4 hours long.
It's so long.
I've never seen the end of the
we
Way of
were
the Water.
laughing like
Some of the most
pausing it.
dazzling,
Yeah, yeah.
vibrant, and gorgeous images ever seen.
Do you remember when she talks to the whale?
Yeah.
A whale talk. There's a whale that talks with subtitles.
Dude, Variety critic Owen Gleiberman praised the film as a, quote, dizzlingly spectacular sequel with, quote, miraculously sustained combat scenes that will make your eyes pop, your head spin, and your soul race.
Oh God.
State of the art 3D.
Here's the thing
State of the art 3D.
State of the art. Was that state of the art 3D? Is like, what's that even
You go,
mean?
fuck, is it this?
You're like, dude,
it's like
this 3D is like
Happy
state of the
Meal.
art
This
right
is
now.
state of the. Whoa!
It's
I've
like
never
Happy
liked
Meal
a 3D
quality
thing
file.
in my
It hurts.
entire
It
life.
literally hurts your face.
Yeah, it's stupid.
I feel like they
Dumb
had
as
like
fuck.
$100 million marketing budget to like pay off every Variety writer.
Yeah, probably.
You
It's
know, like-
probably a quarter of the budget just goes to Owen Gleiberman.
It's
Like, buy Gleiberman. Send a check to Gleiberman's office.
James Cameron, he's got a giant cigar.
That like
Gleiberman's
Gleiberman
like-
can't be bought or negotiated with.
Gleiberman's like holding a $100 bill up to the light. It looks like a dizzlingly spectacular.
Very dismally spectacular.
Makes
the soul soar.
I can't do this, honey.
Gleiberman will fold.
They're in like a massive underground boardroom.
Yeah. It's like the
Gleibermans.
Legion of Doom.
We will crush Gleiberman with everything.
pressure
we
on
have.
Gleiberman will fold.
Just gone to Gleiberman's wife. Write the review, Glebe.
Okay.
She gets it.
It's a soul-racing, eye-popping,
Shit guzzling.
guzzling, filmically robust,
Sequel spectacular.
Dramaturgical.
Dramaturgically.
Dude, how awesome would that be if they got like Jeremy Armstrong
They
to play
should
Blue
get him.
Guy in the next one?
That would be awesome.
Dizzyingly
I'm
spectacular.
blue.
It's like,
Being
I
blue,
just
Dad,
like feel
it's,
like I'm blue, but like I feel like if we just jump on this, like, just maybe, like go full force here.
If we really just go like 110% on being blue, I think we could really think it could work.
Or maybe Brian Cox. Like, we need landing space.
I want an obtainium. Fuck the fucking sky people. Tell them to fuck off.
It's a short, fat blue guy.
Fuck off. Sky people, fuck off.
Let's get a room.
I need dredge sex.
I need landing space. I need Carrie.
Get me Carrie.
Give me Carl, Jerry.
I'm trying to fuck my blue wife. Quit buzzing in my ear.
He's just pissing on a tree. It's like, oh no. Gloobles, he's losing it.
I'm the head of the Global family.
Dude, unobtainium's the best name they can come up with.
I
I
mean,
mean,
the
where's your
dumbest-
old man? Still sucking cock on planet Urano?
He's been shitting his pants for 40 years.
Dude, I love Succession Avatar.
Succession.
Avatar Succession's so fire.
It's like a Kieran Culkin guy. He's like, I don't know. I guess we could like fuck our own ass and like.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I can fuck a horse with my brains.
Yeah, I guess I'll
You
just
know-
come on your blue tits.
What if we do like what if we do like a diplomacy thing? Like we fuck them, they fuck us. Whatever.
Yeah, fuck me with your tentacles, mommy.
He's sending his like fucking freaky blue penis to his own mother or whatever. To Jerry. His hair fucking Jerry. Yeah, you know,
Yeah.
I would love to see that.
He's got like 5 more of those movies.
Yeah, it's gonna be good, dude. I'm
coming
so
out through the
glad.
year 2156.
Yeah, I know it's gonna be, dude. The Earth will have melted from climate catastrophe. And
James
there-
Cameron's like a cyborg guy. Like,
He's like, I've uploaded my consciousness. It contains all of the information for Avatar 12.
it's 1/5 of the global economy.
If this fails, the Earth will explode.
What do you guys work for? Amazon or Avatar?
There's gonna be 2 companies
There's 2
left.
companies left.
It's
Yeah.
Avatar and Amazon.
Avatar and Amazon.
James Cameron on his deathbed. Please finish Avatar.
I love how when
12.
that submersible imploded,
Yes.
they went to see the Titanic. The next day, James Cameron was on like every like Good Morning
He's like,
America.
hey, shouldn't have fucking done that shit.
He's like, if it was my submarine, it would have worked spectacularly.
Yes, the Titanic, the thing I've been to 9 times. I would implode it. Anyway, catch Fire and Ash this summer. He's doing it plugs.
Speaking of water,
Avatar 2, Way of the Water will come out.
Yeah,
on
he's like,
Blu-ray.
yeah. He's like, when you go down to the Titanic, you have to be careful of the water. The way of the water is
smoking a cigarette in the submersible. Way of the water, man. It's fucking nuts. Dude, that guy's ego must be planet-sized.
James
It
Cameron.
must be the size of where
JK?
the Na'vi live.
Yeah.
yeah.
It must be the size of one of the 2 moons.
Dude,
of the
imagine
Na'vi.
doing Termies and Titanis.
He did Termies and Titanes. He made some great films.
Yeah.
Aliens.
Filmically speaking.
Filmically speaking, from a dramaturgical angle.
Did he do
did
Alien?
Incredible cinema.
No.
He did
no.
Aliens.
Aliens.
Alien was Ridley Scott. Aliens.
Okay.
James Cameron.
Jake,
The
JK.
sequel, which is kind of great. It's like an action movie.
Yeah, his ego must be insane.
It must be crazy.
He's making 10 avatars. He owns a submarine.
Yeah, he made the Titanic. He made Avatar 1 through 8.
He made the Titanic. He sank the
He
Titanic.
personally went back in time and constructed the Titanic and
Yeah.
crashed it into an iceberg so that he could make an amazing film in the late 90s. I know. You know he drew the titty picture? That's a fun fact I learned.
Oh, the titty pic. Wait, did he actually?
He drew the titty picture.
Did he really?
Yeah, it's
Is
a
he
James
like
Cameron
a
original.
bit of a marksman? Can he fucking draft it up?
Yeah, he can craft it up.
Crafted and drafted?
Yeah, he was just like fucking drawing sweet tits. It's probably where he got the idea.
So funny, he's directing Titanic. He's like, oh, by the way, if you could use...
He just gives them the first draft. It's just hentai. Like, James, I don't know if this is going to...
He's going to the art director. He's like, I was thinking we could maybe use this picture for like the... this one right here.
I've been gooning to this.
They're like, yeah, I mean, I don't know. We'll probably just let the art department handle it.
It's like, no, I think mine's good.
I think mine's pretty
No, we should
cool.
use mine. They're like,
So I just, I feel like we're at a bit of an impasse here.
there's like a nervous PA they sent to deal with it.
Yeah.
It's like, James, we're just wondering, like, does she need a cock in her mouth? I thought that maybe, like, they
It's
wouldn't
like
really...
4 guys all around her.
The one they landed on was like the 50th try.
So, James, we love your drawing. Obviously, we think your drawings are amazing. But we thought, like, 8 black guys is too many.
In post, they had to take the gangbang out.
There's a strange amount of dwarves in this.
So she's an elf, and they're woodland dwarves, and there's also high elves.
They're all fucking her.
And they're
From
all
the land of
fucking her.
Langor too.
And there's an octopus who can use telekinesis, and he can fuck her. I never got into hentai. I'll say that much about myself.
He's like, I'm sorry, I wanted to make a movie about a love story.
I thought we'd care about art. Repressive bunch.
Yeah. He's like, I hate America. Such a sexually repressed culture.
Sexually repressive.
Schools only care about the box office. Can't appreciate vision.
Yeah, dude. Shouts out to James Cameron for real, though.
Yeah, dude, James Cameron's
One of the OGs.
Real Mondo.
One of the goats.
Yeah.
But he made Termies, which I've never seen. I've never seen Termies.
You ever seen Termies?
I've never seen Termies 1 or 2.
Oh, dude, they're great. Those are his best filmically speaking movies.
Filmically.
From a filmical.
Yeah, filmically robust, both of them.
From a filmicological
Is that
stand.
Jeremy Strong?
No, I just
like saying
I like
that?
saying filmically. he says dramaturgically.
Yeah, he says dramaturgically.
Which is wild.
It's insane. Don't they go to his like Brooklyn old house or something on Coney Island or some shit?
What,
That was like the
interview?
interview.
Yeah,
Where
in
he
the
said
interview.
dramaturgical.
Dude, I saw an interview with him where he was talking about his acting process for Succession. I'm like, I miss actors like this. Like, we need more of these. He's just a total freak.
Yeah.
Just a freak.
Yeah, just a freak. He got
Just a freak.
cucked
He's
in the
weirdo.
Oscars by Kieran Culkin, his former co-star,
By
for best supporting
He
actor.
got cucked.
what did Kieran Culkin win for?
A real
For that
pain.
bullshit.
Oh God!
Yeah,
Did
fucking-
you see A Real Pain?
Yeah, I thought
it's a
it's-
real pile of
It's
shit.
a real pain in my ass.
It's
Yeah.
a real fucking piece of shit.
I thought Kieran Culkin was great. I think Jesse Eisenberg is the most annoying fucking guy I've ever.
They're both unbelievably annoying in that film, in my opinion.
I love that it's just 2 Jewish guys in Europe.
It's just like, yeah,
It's just an hour and a half of Jesse Eisenberg being like, well, evade these croissants are expensive.
dude, it's just 2 mosquitoes flying around my ears
Yeah.
for 90 minutes, and
Right.
they're like, "We're going to my grandmother's house." Like the only part that worked on me was like the camps, and I'm like, you can't just film the camps.
Dude, yeah,
I mean, you
cheating.
can,
I
but
guess
it's
you can,
cheating.
and you did. It's cheating.
It's totally
Also,
cheating.
he's like, it's a real story. It's a real story that happened. It's like, but you're like a famous actor, not like an accountant
yeah.
or whatever.
That is a good way
Right.
to just like artificially put emotion into a movie. You just put
Just
like a
film something horrible.
yeah,
something,
it's
a
like
place.
Clifford goes to Ground Zero.
yeah, literally, you just feel awful. Yeah, you just.
Clifford goes to ground.
Yeah, it's just like watching. Yeah, you're just watching the Garfield movie, and it just cuts to a Trail of Tears really quick, and you're like, "Whoa, okay."
Garfield, Sandy Hook. Garfield's like, talk about a case on the Banderas.
Yeah, dude, that's why he hates Mondays. It's the day that Sandy Hook happened. John.
I was telling him I went on this hunting trip. I'd never shot a gun in my life, but I was in West Texas, and one of the guys afterwards were like all sitting in the big ranch house together, like eating dinner. And one of the hunting guides goes, "You from New York?" I was like, "Yeah." And he goes,
Am I about to get killed?
and he goes, "I went there once. I didn't like it." And I was like, "Okay, yeah, and I feel you." And he's like, "Well, I did have a good time though." my wife and my daughter, they want to do a bunch of stuff, but I spent I did what I wanted to do. I spent 2 straight days at the 9/11 memorial. Dude, I swear to
No
God.
wonder you had a bad time.
Dude, he just had
New York is the 9/11 memorial.
he goes, they want to go to Central Park, Times Square. I said, nope. I just sat there, read every single name.
All 3,516.
He just sat there for 48 hours. He's going, Gary Stevens, fuck, shit.
Something funny about a guy from Texas just reading like 3,000 Jewish names.
Yeah.
Martin Goldstein.
Ari Rosenberg. Probably had it coming.
Eugene
Dude, I
Arden.
mean, that's so funny to spend your whole vacation.
He said he spent 2 straight days reading every day.
vacation.
You've convinced yourself that New York is so gay and liberal that the only safe place for you to go is the 9/11 museum.
It's so stupid.
It's
It's like go to a Broadway show or something. I don't want to queer it up at the Broadway.
Yeah.
I just need to kneel and salute the troops who died on
just-
9/11.
It must have just been him and a bunch of Asian people. Because
Yeah,
that's
they're all
who
taking-
visits.
Yeah,
and
you're right.
he's calling his wife. He's like, Sherry, they got me surrounded.
he just
They're flanking me from the left.
They're just kissing the ground. By the way, did you guys see the Katy Perry
When you kiss the ground.
kissing the ground after?
Did you see that interview with her right after?
The one I saw the one before where she's like, I've been reading Neil deGrasse Tyson. I've been studying string theory.
She's gonna sit in a chair.
Yeah.
She's like, I gotta brush up on quantum physics.
Yeah.
Dude, when that thing was coming back down, I was just like, man, if Putin just shot it out of the sky.
Just an RPG.
If Putin just shot it out of the sky. President G just fucking... just an intercontinental ballistic missile. Just sends Gail King to smithereens.
Gail King down. I repeat, Gail King is down. No, she comes out, she interviews, and she's like, the interviewer's like, you chose What a Wonderful World to sing.
Wow.
Why did you choose What a Wonderful World? And she's like, well, first of all, it's not about me.
Seems like it is.
She goes, it's not about me. It's about creating space for women. You know that was the shtick?
Yeah, okay.
create space for women. They're like, space for women.
Space.
Jeff Bezos. What? SpaceX, no. Wait.
Create space for women.
Space.
Women who are billionaires.
Billionaires, space bar. Mars bar. Mars, space again. You know, they're drawing the dots. They literally said space for women, and they're like, we'll go to space. Of
It's
course.
clearly just Jeff Bezos trying to kill his wife. Being like, babe, you should go to space.
He's like, what do you mean it landed?
Nah.
The crowbar thing is so funny,
like,
too.
shouldn't
We
an
crowbarred the door
astronaut
open?
go?
They crowbarred the door. Well, there's like, they can walk out. They started to walk out, and they go, no.
No.
Bezos
No.
has to
Make
crowbar.
it look like it's crazy.
Bezos
Crowbar
has
the-
to crowbar this bad boy. So to photo op him being like,
with his fucking scary face.
Yeah.
Dude, his
It's
wife is dog dick ugly.
Yeah.
I mean, she scares the shit out of me.
And she had her tits out at the inauguration. They're all over the place.
Yeah, I mean,
That
those,
rules, though.
Yeah, I know.
but those bad boys are in her armpits.
Mark
like,
Zuckerberg,
they're
whoa.
like migrating. They're like
Yeah.
tectonic
Yeah, they're
plates.
like
They
all
just
over
shift,
here.
You know,
Yeah,
they just
yeah.
fucking.
like-
She's kind of like
It's time for the show.
she's scarier than hell.
Mr. Bezos, the ship has safely landed. He's like, fuck.
No,
He's like, what if they went down to see the Titanic?
James Cameron comes up. Space. Seen it a million
If you
times.
want to kill someone, send them far below.
James Cameron's behind it all with
She gets out of the ship safely. He just hits her with a frying pan.
the crowbar. Dude, it's
Time for Plan B.
You're going to send him into the middle
Do you
of the
think he
sun.
could just kill his wife and just be fine?
I think so.
Yeah.
You could definitely get someone to do it. Could he do it himself?
Also, I feel like Trump killed his ex-wife and no one's talking about
Is
it.
that true?
I don't know. His ex-wife like fell down the stairs and died, which is like a weird way to die. Yeah.
Oopsie.
And then he like claimed her estate or something. It was like a weird like business move after. It was like,
Life insurance.
yeah, she literally like a life insurance, but she like immediately like fell down the
Is
stairs.
that true? His
and
ex-wife is dead?
cracked- Yeah, she like fucking fell down the stairs and cracked her fucking head.
I didn't know this at all.
My
And I was
beautiful
like, is
wife.
anyone gonna look into that?
No, of course
No,
not.
no,
He's got
definitely
a
not.
gold toilet.
Yeah.
And a
Very
gold.
unfortunate. She slipped on a banana peel. Came out of nowhere.
She was at the top of the Trump Tower stairs. There's a lot of banana peels up there. She fell and
Humpty Dumpty fell down the stairs.
she's a pretzel at the bottom. Looky Lou.
He could have easily killed his wife.
You could have killed, dude. I wonder how many people a billionaire can
If
kill.
fucking what's his name, the Jinx, Robert Durst,
Oh,
can
the
kill all of his
best.
wives.
Yeah.
Dude, Trump and Bezos. Could
Durst
kill
was.
all kinds of
I mean,
wives.
the Jinx is one of the funniest.
It's hilarious.
He's so stupid.
He's so dumb.
He's inexplicable. Well, he's like a hedge fund. Like his father was rich, right? He wasn't. He didn't. do
yeah,
anything.
I think it was like generational wealth.
Yeah, it was not him. He wasn't like some savvy business guy. He just inherited like $8 billion.
I think all of his lawyers were like, "Don't do the documentary."
He was like, okay. Hey guys, what's up? He's
And then it
like,
became one of the most
what's up, Jinx heads?
effective documentaries of all time.
Yeah, it's so funny.
Taking a
And
whiz.
then they did Jinx 2, which was a brutal cash grab. I don't know if you started.
Yeah,
it.
no, I saw it.
It's like, what are you doing? He's in jail.
He's in jail.
It's over. He confessed.
Yeah, that's very like Tiger King sequel.
Yeah,
vibes.
it's very Tiger King.
Yeah.
Tiger King 2.
Tiger King, Tigerer, Kinger. I gotta be careful there, but
You're
relax
close.
on that one. But no, he's innocent, Tiger King.
Yeah.
Do you
he's a good
remember
man, too.
that was a ridiculous time in our history?
Yeah.
People were really clinging. They're
It just
clinging.
yeah, it was like the day after the pandemic, and they're like, there's Tiger King. That's all there is for you.
It's fine. We'll Lysol our crackers, and
I had a
I
really
have sourdough starter, and I'll watch Tiger.
it was all sourdough starter and Tiger King.
I wake up, I notice my sourdough starter. I put on Tiger King,
I've watched it 4 times.
then I Lysol the fridge.
La 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 la.
dude. I remember watching it.
I hate the people who like COVID. By the way, I don't like.
Oh no, yeah, that was gonna be one of my takes for the take show. Not today, but I had.
I
that.
don't like the people who liked
Who were
COVID.
like, I love the pandemic.
Stay in my house and relax.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, don't have to see anybody.
Yeah, it's
yeah,
like millennial cringe.
yeah, great. Yeah,
Yeah, I know.
shut up.
I'll take an 18-month paid vacation.
It's like, dude, we were all alone in our houses. It was horrific.
I was getting IPA.
It's like,
fat.
listen, to be honest, there was a lot of shows I had to catch up on.
Sourdough starter.
I hadn't even begun the Criterion collection.
That was when
just purchased the Criterion collection.
I just purchased a Criterion, and yeah, honestly, I mean, there's a lot of different types of bread that I hadn't got a chance to make. So,
Focaccia,
focaccia,
ciabatta, focaccia.
yeah,
You know, that's just the Italian. You had baguette.
yeah, sourdough rye.
The most wedgiable motherfuckers liked COVID.
dude. Also, that's when you got to see how pathetic comedians really are. I didn't realize, like, obviously, comedians are pathetic.
Yeah.
There were guys like doing shows on the back of a pickup truck.
Oh yeah, it was
was
like a mic
getting
on the back
real
of a
dark.
Yeah, it was a
truck
mic on the back of a
we'd
pickup
go
truck.
to every Monday. and
Were you
it
in New
sucked.
York yet?
No, I was in the first year I was in Kansas City.
Okay, so you kind of
There was one.
dodged a bull.
Yeah,
They had a show in the park, and then the park rangers were like, microphones aren't allowed. So then it was just
like
Yelling
relieve
at
me
the
of
park?
this.
screaming in the park.
Yeah,
The Zoom shows were like the ultimate fucking deprivation.
Yeah,
We did
Unbelievable.
at the Comedy Club of Kansas City. They did like right when it started. They were going to do like a Facebook Live show.
Nice.
0 audience members. It's like a 300-seater club. You still go up on the stage and do like 15 minutes.
God, to no one.
to no one in the whole club, and then like,
Good. Did you do it?
yeah, I did
Yeah.
it, and like you know, the booker, you know, I'm friends with him, but he was like, "Don't worry, there's people watching
At
on
home.
Facebook, so act like it's a real audience." But I was like, "This is so impossible."
Yeah, it's not. It's
it
not
was
how
like-
that works.
it was-
And
Pause
there's
for
definitely
nothing.
not people watching on
There
Facebook.
wasn't. Also, no one watched any of the live.
Yeah, no one watched
No.
any of the live streams
No, definitely
because it doesn't work.
doesn't work.
You could do music.
Yeah,
Everyone could jam along on Instagram Live.
Yeah.
That'd be cute.
Yeah.
I should have started just rapping.
We should.
I should have had a SoundCloud era in the COVID era.
I should have done like Andrew Tate style videos. That was the time to get in on Manosphere.
a Manosphere
Oh,
grift would have been
yes,
a perfect
100%.
time.
Yeah.
It was just dudes at home
Become a
being like,
grifter.
I hate women.
Yeah.
The reason I'm locked in here with all my semen.
Full of cum and I hate women and the world's ending.
Everyone
just full balls. You watch Tiger King 3
I think
times.
that's spun out so many guys.
Oh, go, yeah.
Yeah, they're just so full. Of
They were
cum.
just so full of
so
cum.
angry.
They're like, gooning isn't working. It's not working anymore.
I've edged, I've gooned.
And not a single thing.
Now
They
I'm
turn
gonna
into
go on
Joker.
a fucking rampage.
They edge and good themselves into Joker.
Yeah.
And then they're just watching Andrew Tate videos,
Yeah.
being like, if you don't like sparkling water, you're gay. Do you remember that? There was a big sparkling water.
But that was straight to like that?
What?
That was straight to like sparkling
Yeah,
water?
it was like, oh, the bubbles. It was actually kind of funny.
Yeah.
But he was like, you can't handle bubbles. That was a little funny.
Yeah.
The sex trafficking? Not funny.
Not cool.
not for me.
Not
cool.
for me.
Not for me. Call me an
Yeah.
ally. Call
Yeah,
me
well,
what you want.
I wasn't into that.
I was against, I thought, hey, stick to the sparkling water
Wasn't
bits.
a fan of that.
Hey, regular traffic's bad enough. We're gonna add sex into it.
Yeah. You think this guy's bad? Wait till you see the 405.
Yeah, there was a thing at my college about sex trafficking and it was like a big deal. And I don't want to be a curmudgeon here, but I go, we're at UCF. Is there a lot of sex trafficking going on?
What? I don't understand what sex trafficking is.
I don't either.
I have like a very
I don't know what
cartoon
it is.
idea of it.
I think it's when you get thrown into a van and then shipped to Romania.
I imagine like fully taken, but I don't
Yes.
think it's like that.
I think it is taken.
I think there's a small amount that's like that.
Specialty
But I think there's a lot of it that's just
Well,
like
sex
people,
traffickers, real sex traffickers are just pimps.
Yeah.
It's just being a pimp.
When does the
Which
traffic
we also
get involved?
simultaneously celebrate pimps.
Yeah, sex work is celebrated, but sex trafficking, no.
Well, if you're at the top of the hierarchy of the sex trafficking trade,
But how do you be a sex worker without having a sex boss?
You need to have a sex trafficker.
there needs to be a hierarchy of pussy.
Trafficker is integral to the work.
Right, you would think so.
But then he's a real dick.
Well, I
about
think
it.
we celebrate sex worker freelancers.
Yeah, freelancing's
But
good.
they want us to love a gig
Independent-
economy.
like an
They've
independent
conditioned us to like a gig economy.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Celebrate that.
it's all about.
They don't want to give us health
gig
insurance.
economy.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I went dental.
Yeah.
It's like, sorry, I have a boss at the taxi company. It's like,
Yeah.
yeah, you got to Uber.
How do we get these guys to not want dental? I make them think that sex traffickers are bad.
Sex trafficking is bad.
Sex workers are good.
Yeah, I guess so. But if sex trafficking,
There's got to be one guy who like is just a benign sex trafficker. Like he just drives the bus and he's like,
Yeah,
"You're
yeah.
mad at me? They're sucking guys off.
I'm just dropping them off.
I'm a literal bus driver.
I'm just driving. I'm driving them to fuck guys.
I
and
don't
you're
know.
mad at
Okay,
me.
we're probably wrong about what sex trafficking is fundamentally.
I don't
but
understand
I think
it.
what it is where you like force someone into sex work, right?
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah,
bitch,
100%. Yeah,
better
definitely.
hit the streets,
That's
bitch.
no good. Yeah, it needs to be voluntary. I think.
I think it needs to be voluntary. It's a lot of this.
Yeah, we solved it. I think we just solved
Yeah,
it.
we got to stop
We got
doing
to the bottom
this.
of that.
Three white guys
for
in
sure.
Austin, Texas.
We
solved,
got to the bottom of things.
solved sex trafficking. That's it. Yeah, applause.
Clap at home. But I think it's. I always think of like putting into a trunk, and you know
Yeah.
what I mean. I feel like it's like trunk thing.
Yeah, 100%.
But then you think about a rub and tug, and you're like, that's probably sex trafficking.
Right. Or are they just like a really nice lady?
Yeah, or they're the coolest lady ever.
Or they're like super chill.
It sucks that that's the split.
Have you guys ever done one of those rub and tug place?
No, but I wouldn't. Be
I went to one, but
necessarily- I don't think I'm morally against it.
I
but
fucked a
think
hooker
I'm-
at one.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. That's it. No, in
amazing.
Queens.
Was she Asian?
Well,
Yeah,
what, did you
yeah.
get a massage
Oh, yeah.
first and then have sex with her?
No, went straight to the sex.
But it was in a massage place?
In Queens.
And you're like,
was
yeah,
it
yeah.
gross?
I was really drunk. I've told you this story before.
Yeah.
I was in a low place in my life one time, and I had a buddy who'd gone to one of these like massage places and get a fucking tug job.
Yeah, I get a tug.
And I was like, man, fuck it, I'm just gonna go get a tug at this place. And I was like, where is it again? He's like, yeah, it's off the corner of 43rd and wherever. And I'm like, okay, by the Sonic? Okay, yeah. I go, I'm like, I think this is it.
In Queens?
No, this is in Kansas City.
Okay.
I go in and I'm like losing confidence that I'm at the right place. and I just get a massage, and she's like, and I was like, thanks.
You left? You
I was like, have a nice day.
didn't ask?
No, I lost confidence. I
Gotta
never
just
asked.
like,
Dude, my
Yeah.
two friends went to a place they thought was a rub and tug, and it wasn't. And he said
That's
they
so
were-
embarrassing. That's
he
what was
said
my fear.
They were in this elevator to take you up to the massage floor. There
Yeah.
were like multiple floors. And he
that's
said,
embarrassing.
He said he was hammered. He looks over and goes, I can't wait for you to jerk me off.
and she was like, what?
She's like, yeah, stoked.
And she was like, what?
She's like, we don't do that here.
What?
She goes, can't wait for you to jerk me off.
Well, you avoided that at least.
I know. That's what I was afraid of. I was afraid of being like, and now I'll have the hand job. And they're like, yeah, that was never on the menu. I'm like, right.
Excellent.
I'm like, and what is my total?
Yeah, I couldn't.
Like $160.
I remember asking my buddy, I was like, how do you know which places are whorehouses? And he was like, just check Google Maps. If they're open till 4 a.m., it's a whorehouse.
Yeah.
It's always some guy with this
Like, nobody's
weird
getting
tip
a back rub
like
at 2
this.
a.m.
Right, it's just they're open late.
Yeah.
I feel like it's the move.
I feel like the tip off is always like some bullshit. They're like, yeah, dude, you just go to the ones across of a blinking neon sign.
Yeah. It's always some fake.
Yeah,
They were all over, and I swear in Tampa, there's like 90 of them.
Yeah.
They're really popular
Well, there
in
was
Tampa.
definitely one next to where we did comedy in Orlando.
Yeah, 100%.
That guy would get mad if we parked in his
He
spaces.
got so mad, dude. There was a
This old
Vietnamese man.
Vietnamese guy.
He ran a rub and tug, and
Next to the place
next
we did
to the
comedy at.
next to the show, and next to the comedy club was like in the same little plaza,
Yeah.
and he had like parking. He was only parking for the rub and tug. So if anyone parked there, he would just interrupt the show, walk in while the show's going on, and be like, "You need to move out of my. You're at my parlor."
I have customers that are looking for a hand job trying to bark.
Someone would be like, Trump's a little gay, huh? And he'd be like, hey, move card. People trying to get jerked off.
People trying to get rubbed on.
People trying to get jerked off. Move card now.
Yeah, literally, we'd be like, "Oh, those are the."
Hold on, guys. I'm so sorry.
Hey,
My
how long-
girlfriend's a real wisecracker. And
Yeah. You two, how long you been dating? People trying to get sucked off. You need to move car.
Dude, it was like holy shit. They're like, "Oh fuck, Fong's mad."
Dude, I would always laugh so hard when he would interrupt the show. It was my favorite part of the show. Was when he would come in
awesome,
like
dude.
clockwork.
He'd be so pissed. And it was like no one knew. It's because it looks like this dark, dingy little fucking nothing part of the plaza.
Yeah.
And so you're like,
It looks like an abandoned
it
building.
looks like an abandoned shop. There's nothing in there. It's just, all the windows are dark. You know, it looks so close.
Dude, I love those like comedy venues where you just go there to like because you know something's gonna go wrong, and it's just
something's
so
gonna go
fun
down.
to fucking. There was this place called Clint's Comedy Stop in Kansas City where
Nice.
like swear to God every time I did the show like the popcorn machine would explode or something, something would start on fire, or like someone would get in a fight. It was just like it was beautiful.
it was just wild.
Saw
Yeah.
the bartender mix PBR and whiskey one time and serve it to people, and he had like a lazy eye.
And what he called, he was like, "It's called the Clint."
yeah,
And you're like,
yeah.
"Ugh,
Yeah.
it's disgusting." Do you remember Grumpy's?
Oh,
Dude, Grumpy's is the. Shouts out to Grumpy's.
Grumpy's
it's one
is
of the
one of the-
grossest dive
it's
bars.
one of the most disgusting places on the planet.
The floors were like spongy.
Oh God.
Dude, the last time I went to
They
Grumpy's,
would like they were so waterlogged. It was tile. It was like a fake laminate tile that like you could step on it, it would go. It was like so nasty, so sticky. Everyone who ran it was like crazy.
the last time I went to Grumpy's, I was like, I can't come back here because midway through there was a guy. There's couches like these, and I was sitting on like here, and the guy here was fully in heroin withdrawal. So I'm sitting there watching someone do an open mic, and he's like going, man, come on, freaking is, come on, man.
It's like, how did you guys build this fucking hellish
Dude, it was
clientele?
also the only place open during COVID. It ignored everything. No one
we
ever
don't close
shut
for
it.
nothing.
Grumpy's just going. You can take it out of my cold head, dead hands. It never closed ever.
Dude, there was a place in London that had been open since like 1115 that closed down during COVID, and it was like open for 1,000 years. The bar, and they were like, they like interviewed them. They're like, we've never seen anything like this.
Yeah.
And it's like, but you guys
Lived
stayed
through the
open
plague.
through the Black Plague. And they're like, well, it was different ownership. This is like
Generational. Dude, yeah, there was just rats killing everybody. They're like, get a pub down here. Come on down to man.
for a fucking pint.
Come on down to the Red Sparrow.
I learned recently why they're all called that in London. It's because none of them can read or could read.
They're called the what?
So like in Ireland, it's
Yeah.
called like Ryan's Pub. It's
Yeah.
called like Kelly's Pub. And in England, they're all called like the Black Door or
The
something,
Black Door,
or
the
whatever, the
Dead Crow.
the Green Giant or whatever the
a
fuck.
symbol.
Because it was all symbols.
Oh, yeah, it
because
was like
people
the red
couldn't
door.
read.
Yeah.
Because like Ireland was way more literate, so they could put letters.
It's so 4-year-olds could drink.
Literally so,
yeah.
so they after a long shift at the
Yeah.
factory covered in soot, they're like, "Oh, I'll have a pint, sir."
Like, where are we going tonight? Place with the red door.
Yeah, literally.
Whose name I shudder to pronounce.
Yeah, dude, it's just some sort of freaky, archaic symbols on the wall.
We want to
Never
capture
seen
the
those.
kindergarten demographic with the pub.
Dude, what
We need preschoolers at the pub.
Is the warm beer? You've both been to the UK.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Is the warm beer thing? Is that a thing? The warm beer, or is that like some made up old medieval?
I've actually only ever been there for a layover. I guess I haven't been there.
It's not that warm.
It's just like
It's not as
It's
cold as
not like
ours.
ice cold.
No, like here, like you go to Texas Roadhouse, it's like 33 degrees.
you ever been to a Texas Roadhouse?
No, dude, I want to go.
we should go.
We should go tonight.
We should get blacked out at Texas.
Yeah.
we should be a fucking problem at Texas.
That would be a fucking a huge problem.
They give you unlimited little rolls with cinnamon honey butter on there.
Yeah. Giant frozen beers.
Dude, it's like this frozen beer.
That
It's like
sounds fucking great.
$4.
I went to
awesome.
some barbecue spot last night where there's just like a trough of beans,
Which barbecue
like
spot?
Cooper's or some shit.
Yeah.
There's just like free beans. It's like in a giant tub.
This place is so stupid. This is the
There's
dumbest.
the bean trough over there. Like,
Yeah,
Jesus
yeah.
Christ.
Come on down to Cooper's, read the bean. Free bean trough.
We got perpetual bean stew going.
Yeah,
Let's keep adding bean
It's
stew
been
in.
there since 1866. It's the same beans. They keep just replacing.
All right, it's going to be $14.99. You can grab yourself a piece of cornbread out of the tub.
Yeah. Okay, we got the cornbread bucket and the bean trough.
Sausage into that.
The chef is Kamala Harris.
Why is the chef Kamala Harris?
Because she makes collard greens in the bathtub.
Oh, she does make collard greens in the
Yeah,
bed,
dude.
too.
Hillary Clinton's got fucking hot sauce in her place.
Dude, that was an all-time
That was an all-time,
goat
dude.
moment. Goat
That was
moment.
great.
Yeah.
Goat moment.
Oh, you fucking popping one, dude? You popping off right now?
He's a 6.
Yeah, she was
You're up to 6?
He's a 6 man.
bad at 6.
He's like Drake.
a full
6 man.
tin of 6s every single day.
I went up to
Whoa,
6 for
you-
a while, and then I stepped down from the plate.
You do a whole one
whole one.
a day?
Definitely.
Ay, Dios mío.
Damn, bro.
Dude, I did one
Yeah.
as a bit, dude. It was very funny. I did me and Captain, right, did this like weird debate show. It's not a weird show. It's a good show. It's called Feud, but it's an odd premise. But basically,
did it, yeah.
Yeah, it was fun. I did it with Captain, and before he did, we had to argue like funny points. You know, he would be like, "Give every teacher swords." Like he has a bit about giving every teacher swords. So he did, you know, whatever. And then before he like would present his arguments, he just pulled out a pack of Zins and he goes, "Does anyone want a Zin just before I come?" Anyone, just pass around the Zin before. And I took one as a bit. I took a 6 from him, and I was like, I kept hiccuping. I was like,
Oh, dude, they make me like throw up.
yeah.
When I was,
Hiccups are bad.
I was in Europe, and they don't have Zin, but all they have is like this like knockoff Zin, and they're all like 36 milligrams.
for one.
Yeah, dude, you like put one in and you like black out. I was like, how the fuck do these people do
All
this?
those like there's like Swedish like snus brands or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
And they're like it's 100 million
100
tobacco
milligrams.
units. They're like million grams.
Tropical creamsicle flavor.
I also I tried to do shrooms and go to the Van Gogh Museum in
Hell yeah.
Amsterdam, and I wanted a microdose. And I went in one of those like coffee shop like shrooms places. I was like, I want a microdose, and the guy was like, "Yeah, so that's actually like not a thing, and that's like what people with depression do over the course of months." And I was like, "All right, dude, just give me like a small amount to feel something." And he was like, "So the words feel something, like mean something different to everyone." And
This was an Amsterdamian.
yeah. I ended up taking like way too many shrooms.
You're just tripping,
Dude,
dick.
fully just tripping dick at the Van Gogh Museum. I felt like a slinky. I was like,
Dude, I'd be pissed at that guy.
oh,
me
yeah, it's
too.
crazy.
He's like, so feel something. What do they sound like over there?
Yeah, it's pretty close.
Glorpy glorp.
Glorpy,
Yeah,
glorp.
glorpy.
They say glorp.
Glorp.
You need to take a like 4 or 5 milligram or 4 or 5 gram to even feel something. And
Yeah.
you're like, okay, I trust
They
you.
just
Yeah.
want you to know how badass they are.
You're
at
like,
doing
They're like,
shrooms.
I can
like
take
that.
a million
They're like,
mushrooms.
so I do like 10 grams of this if I want to like feel anything at all.
Yeah, you're
I
like, "Can I
take
just
it
get a
out of
gram
my
of
fucking
shrooms?"
face is melting.
Yeah, and they're like, one chocolate bar is like worth 1,000 trips to the netherworld if you want. And you're like, what the fuck are you talking about? I hate people like that with drugs. With weed, it's
It
always
pissed me off,
psychedelics.
dude.
Yeah,
Yeah,
weed.
weed sucks too. I
I
go to a
hate weed.
dispensary. And I'm like, do you guys have anything? I'm trying to get like swag that I got in high school so I don't freak out.
I know.
Yeah.
And they're like, so that's actually not your problem?
Yeah.
It's probably your relationship with your mother. And
Yeah,
you're like, what
yeah.
the fuck?
So what you need is a high THC strain hybrid of sativa and indica. Maybe start you off with a really intense gummy to level you down.
And you're like, no, I don't.
They
I
like
want-
lock me into a chair. I'm like, come on, he's almost clear. It's like, no.
He's fighting off
They
demons.
get like a defibrillator.
yeah, you just look like Hannibal Lecter, and they're
You got
like,
your eyes open
yeah,
like
you gotta
Clockwork
just
Orange.
relax and go to the
So
Van
now
Gogh.
can have the pre-rolls.
You know, you can check out the Anne Frank Museum.
Bro, chill, dude.
I went to the Van Gogh Museum, and like the first room is like paintings of like sunflowers. I'm like, this is pretty sick, like trippy. And then you go in the next room, like, and then he chopped off his fucking ear. He lost his fucking mind.
He's fucking crazy.
He went fucking crazy, bro, loco. I turned around, the door like closed. I was like, no, I was like, let me out.
They say he took mushrooms.
Yeah. His
Cut
life
off
was
his own fucking ear.
He fucking freaked out and painted shit weird and bad.
He didn't know how much he was taking, and he just went crazy. He fucking chopped his ear off.
Do you have the theory that he got it shot off and didn't want to blame children or something? Or maybe that was killing himself. Because he killed himself, RIP to Van G, but he allegedly, like, there was
Van
like
Gogh killed himself?
Yes. I'm almost certain.
Oh, yeah.
Because he
Shocking,
killed,
right?
yeah. And then the thing was like he was like bleeding out, and they like found him or something. Like he shot himself in the chest or something.
Yeah, but people think it was like Courtney Love.
Yeah,
like her fault.
she hired Gigi Allen.
Dude, I remember Van Gogh doing MTV Unplugged.
Yeah.
Yeah, rate me.
In the way.
Dude, there's definitely a guy online right now, like, Van Gogh is Mossad, clearly. Van Gogh is clearly Mossad.
Van Gogh was cleared by Israeli intelligence. I think we all know that. No, but I was like a gang of kids like shot him, like robbed him or something, and he didn't want to get the kids in trouble. I don't know. It sounds like martyrdom posts.
There's always some like myth around. Apparently, like Nietzsche like died of a broken heart because he saw like a guy beat a horse.
Yeah.
And then
So
he,
I
like,
remember
just
this.
Croaked.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, he also had syphilis and was crazy.
They never talk about that.
And then also, my favorite part is that his wildly like anti-Semitic sister like took all his writings and like changed them to be like to bash Jews. So now it's like a historical project to like detach his stupid Jew-hating sister's like stupid rhetoric out of the
Anecdotes,
regular
yeah.
Nietzsche. It was just very funny. She's like, fucking Friedrichsen.
What a brutal job that would be to un-anti-Semitify Nietzsche's writings.
Yeah, you just have to.
It is a good prank, though.
All-time philosopher prank.
Yeah.
Dude, just taking Kierkegaard and be like, and Puerto Ricans are fucking stupid.
There's scholars trying to remove the dick drawings from Nietzsche's writing.
Yeah, apparently the last 20 pages of his novel were just "I'm gay" over and over again. I don't know what that was.
There's a lot of stuff about Puerto Ricans and Einstein's theory of relativity. Does that seem like it belongs in here? To you
I
guys?
don't know. We should probably parse that out. Yeah, he had like syphilis and went crazy, I thought.
I think
And
they
if
all
you
did.
had
That's what
syphilis-
happens to Edgar Allan Poe, too. He,
Yeah,
like,
they
fucking
all got
died
AIDS,
in
or not
the
AIDS.
street.
They all got
fucking-
syphilis.
Syphilis was everywhere.
Everyone went deaf and crazy.
Al Capone.
Really?
Yeah, it's syphilis. Like he was like diagnosed with it. And he just like ignored it for like.
I
20
goes,
years.
I ain't doing
He, like, lost his
it.
mind in jail.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
I'm Al Capone.
He's like, "Ba-ba-boo, ba-bow."
Syphilis, son.
Deep dish.
Hey, mortadella over here.
Think about it. Deep dish.
It's my Al Capone impression. Hey, I'm walking here. I'm Al Capone.
Like New York, Chicago, whatever.
Is he from Chicago?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know. Maybe it's from
Yeah,
New York.
I
But I
thought it was
lived in
from New York.
Chicago.
Great. The sauce is talking to me. The sauce won't stop talking.
The gravy wants me to kill my parents.
Hey, Tony, happy Valentine's Day.
Dude, rest in peace to LC too.
Yeah, Alice.
Van G, LC, all the OGs.
All the goats.
All the goats.
LC, Edgar Allan P.
I had a professor who was obsessed with Edgar Allan Poe.
That
so
stinks.
That's so
fucking
That sounds like a
annoying.
virgin
It
asshole.
sucked. Bro, I hated her.
So the Raven is multi-layered, multifaceted.
Dude, it was an old lady, and she would wear like black scarves, and she made us
Oh,
walk
no.
in the cold in Boston out to the Edgar Allan Poe statue.
Okay, that's the only other person that would be into it.
and we just it was just
The
fucking
goth old woman.
lonely,
unfuckable widow.
annoying old lady. I
Cat
hated
lady.
her.
Yeah, that's Cat Lady
It
Core
was
for sure.
oral presentation of literature.
She'd make you read like the hard one to read, like the Cask of
Amontillado.
Amontillado. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, it was oral presentation of literature, and she made us do an exercise. One thing we had to do for work was pick a song and read it like a poem in front of the class.
That's a classic
So you're supposed to pick
classic English 101 move.
Yeah.
Like hip hop. It's also
I'd
poetry.
be like, lady, I got
Exactly.
I got an oral presentation for you right here.
Yeah.
I suck my own cock.
dude. So I was,
Doing it in front of the whole class.
dude. At this point, I knew.
Yeah, whoa.
Everyone would be like, what is he?
Oh my God.
He's done it.
I knew I was gonna drop out of school though, so I picked Versace by the Migos.
Yeah.
Because it's just the word Versace. And I just stood in front of the
The
class.
red
'Cause my
Versace.
friend was in the back. My friend was in the back, and I was just like, Versace, 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 Versace. And I just said the word Versace. She was furious.
Do you think you could say those words in a way to like, in such a way to like render someone to tears?
Yeah, you could.
Just put so much emotion into the saying of them.
There's a guy on the
Versace.
bongos.
Versace.
Yeah.
Versace.
Dude, I remember. Dude, you ever? I used to do a slam poetry. It was all arts open mic in Orlando.
Yeah.
But there was a lot of slam poets at it, who are the most bizarre. They're like black hippie.
Yeah,
like,
it is like a very specific.
Yes.
it's like black hippie. Like they only eat fruit. Like they're
Yeah.
all vegans,
Right.
but they're also anti-Semitic. and they
also disappear after 2 years. You don't know what happened to them.
yeah, they have
Yeah.
no clue. They also do. They hate abortion. I'm like, who are you?
Yeah, it's
What
a very-
are you?
Yeah.
They're like, that's killing a baby.
They disappear
The
after
Jews
2
run
years.
all this shit. A one.
I feel like I know this
You're
guy.
like, what is going on? The
Yeah,
most
this guy.
bizarre audience. Some unbelievably hot
Yeah, you
women.
ever been to New Eurekans?
Sorry?
New Eurekans is a place in the East Village, and it's like a famous slam poetry place.
Oh, no.
I went
I
there
avoid
tonight.
slam poetry.
I went
like
there.
the plague.
My ex-girlfriend wanted to go there. We went.
But so I would go
You
there.
never take me to slam poetry night.
It's so
This
funny.
isn't working, baby.
We're not going to slam. We're not going to New Eurekans. It's
I want
never
to do
happened.
something fun and original to New York. Like slam poetry.
Dude, you'd have to follow a woman. There was a woman who was a teacher, and she did this, like, basically one-act play almost. It was like 10 minutes long that rhymed and was like an act. It was like a poem, like an epic poem that was just her pretending to be in a school shooting.
Oh, God.
She's like, and they hid under the desks, and they shot the ARs. Bow, bow, another one, bow. And you're like, what the fuck is... And then they'll be like, an album with a comedy styling
of Christoph Jean.
We're going to have a little pick-me-up after this.
yeah, we're gonna need a little bit of... and I was like, what the fuck?
I sent the wire to the crisis actors.
Sandy, Hook, Sandy, fake.
Sandy Hook. Captain Hook.
Fantasy.
Captain Jack Sparrow.
Not real. Didn't happen. No, yeah, there's a guy who did one who's like pretending to be a tree. I remember at New Eurekans, he was like, and then I blossom, and my branches go to the left and right. And he was like holding his hands up like a tree, and everybody was like wiping tears from their eyes. It was not my scene.
We used to go to like a mixed mic, like at this, like it was like an art, but they had like poets and like slam poets and shit too, I guess. And there was like this one girl that just like had these really like, it was all Beatles songs. She would just say the name of Beatles songs, but put them together in a way to like tell a story. Especially when she'd be like, "Hey Jude, I want to hold your hand." Happiness is a warm gun.
We all
Yeah,
live
like, these-
in a yellow submarine.
Yeah. I'm like, this is interesting, but it is the Beatles. I mean, it's not
Octopus Garden. It doesn't even make, they're the weird ones.
like- yeah.
Come together. Yeah, I mean, I'm glad I don't got to do those no more.
Yeah.
But they were kind
Slam
of fun. They
poetry.
were
They're
a
fun.
fun
I'm like
challenge.
nostalgic about them now.
They're kind of a fun challenge, you know?
Yeah.
Man, I would bomb so fucking bad. Like record level bombs.
I learned how to do comedy basically screaming because I would do the Middle East, which is an open mic in Boston.
It's called the Middle East.
Middle East. Yeah,
It
literally.
sucks.
It's called the Middle East, and it would get a crowd, but they were like a rowdy, drunk, fucking
Yeah.
psychotic crowd. And so, like, to do well, you had to be like, "Hey, what's going?"
That's like what
you
they
had
say
to
about
stream
Boston,
loud enough
yeah.
for the people in the back to hear you, and then they would eventually you'd get their attention, and then you'd see each layer of people starting to pay attention, but you had to be really.
You had to
loud.
really fight for it.
I felt bad for the quiet people. I'm like, you really can't
You
do
just
well.
can't succeed.
Dude, some of the shit that we did, like when we were starting out, is unbelievable to think about. Like
It's
I remember
deeply embarrassing.
Yeah,
waiting till
it's
1 in the
pathetic.
morning
Harrowing at the same
on
time.
a Monday night, waiting to go up last on the bucket mic, and there was no one there but like two guys and one guy with like a beard, and I was shit faced because I've been drinking all night. I started making fun of his beard, and then he like pulled a gun, and I like ran away.
That's
and like
awesome.
hid in an alley. And I went back the next
You're
Monday.
blacked out.
Yeah.
He's
Like,
gonna
what is
kill
he-
me.
I was like, dude, I can't wait to get back there.
He's like, he's gonna fucking kill my ass. You go, first stuff.
It was crazy.
First stuff's working though. Opener worked. No, I've People have threatened to fight me at open mics. That's not good. There was a little Italian guy who's really short, right around your height, Luke, and he was.
Okay, well, Luke and I come from the same height family.
Yeah.
You gotta have
He's
3-4.
huge.
You gotta have 3-4 inches.
He's
on
huge.
All right, nice. How tall are you?
I'm fucking 5'11".
No,
5'9".
dude.
I'm 5'9".
That's what they all say, dude.
Are you 5'9"?
I'm 5. Last time I checked, I was 5'8", but maybe I grew.
it. Yeah, maybe you grew.
So I think the last that was like when I was 18. Maybe I'm taller.
You might be taller. You
I might be 5'9". But anyway, but I did put on my Hinge one time because I think I'm 5. I put 5'9". I was like, might as well fudge it a little bit.
Yeah, you gotta fudge.
Might like up like 10% of matches or something.
Yeah.
It instantly
worked. I matched with a girl who was also 5'9".
Yeah.
I didn't see that. I go on a date with her. I check Hinge to make sure I remember what she looks like. And then I see that she's also 5'9", but I'm 5'8", and I said I'm 5'9". So then I go up to her, and I see her, and I'm like literally looking like 1 inch away. And I was like, "Hi," and you could just see the disappointment come over. She was just like,
She's
damn
like,
it.
fuck.
He's lied.
Again.
Another pipsqueak.
How does this keep
Pipsqueak
happening
for mommy
to
to
me?
mount.
to headlock this pipsqueak.
Nobody's honest anymore.
Fucking yeah, but I did a.
She was like, "You're not 5'9".
Just be yourself, man. Seriously, man. You're fine how you are.
I like a tall lady though.
No,
a tall lady.
No way.
You ever had a tall lay? Oh, one of the best.
I've never had a
I
tall
don't-
lay.
I don't like tall ladies.
I went on a tall date and she didn't like me.
I
don't wanna talk
banged
about
like I'm talking dirty here. I banged like a 6-foot girl one time.
Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah.
It fucking rocked. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never fucked a tall lady. That's like the only thing
She
I
wrapped
don't
me
like.
up.
What?
She wrapped me up.
She put you in her full guard.
Yeah.
Wait. So, so there's what, 3-4 inches taller than you? She's
Yeah.
6 foot?
It's like 4 inches taller than me.
Yeah, dude. She didn't care? She liked you?
No, yeah. It was fun.
I can't get into it.
It was, I mean,
It
we could never
bothers you
date
that
her.
much if a
I
girl's
couldn't.
taller
I
than
couldn't
you?
date.
I
Even if
really-
she's like stunningly
but
hot.
for a one night stand,
yeah.
I mean,
I could date
sure.
a girl who was 6'3".
Sure, for a one night stand, but I like.
it's hard to get like being photos together. You know, that's embarrassing.
But also, I like a thicker lady, and usually a tall lady's not a thicker lady. That's rare.
well, you need like an
Amazonian.
Yeah.
Queen.
A
Thick
tall
and
lady
tall.
with giant tits.
Do you ever go to the
big
big and
ass.
tall store and
that's
just try
an
to pick up
Amazonian.
chicks?
That'd be sick.
Yeah, dude. Go to big and tall.
Someone's like, "Sir, why are you?"
What are you, size 40?
Okay.
I'm just wearing a suit that's way too big for me.
You
Hey,
look like
it's,
talking heads. Just
The sleeves like hanging off my hands.
Yeah, but
What's going on?
Little Italian guy tried to fight me at a show once, and then he was really drunk and yelling at me, and he was like, "Do you want to take this outside?" And I said, "No, I've never been in a fight," just to try to be nice or de-escalate it or whatever. And he goes, "Yeah, me neither, pal." It's a weird thing to say. And then after that,
We just found out you're both cowards.
yeah, literally found out we're both the biggest pussies on earth. And then later he was hammered at the show and he lost his wallet. And the reason why I started talking to him was because he was like loudly arguing with his wife at the club. And so I was like making fun of them for having a bad marriage. It was not nice.
Yeah.
And I was new to comedy. I was like, I'm going to be like the mean guy.
Yeah. It's always the first instinct.
Yeah, I'm going to be like an asshole.
I'll be like the biggest asshole in this.
I'll
Look
be
at these
the biggest-
fucking retards arguing.
Yeah, look at these gay homo bitches or whatever the fuck. I was like, look at this short little pipsqueak, I'll beat his ass, whatever. But anyway, then after he's hammered and he's like looking for his wallet because he lost his wallet. He's like, I can't find my wallet. And then he sees me and he goes, "You." And he goes, "You don't know what I'm going through?" He starts
I
crying.
feel bad for him now.
He starts weeping.
That's sad.
You don't know what the fuck. You don't know what people's lives are like.
Dude, we don't know how much destruction we
And then I
wield.
swear he pokes me in the chest. He goes, "You don't know what's in my heart." I said, "Dude, I'm so sorry."
That's
You
so
don't
funny.
know what's in my heart. And then he walks away to go find his wallet.
I'm going through a lot right now.
Yeah, literally, dude. He's just black.
I just love that you guys. I love that you guys were like, "You want to take this outside?"
Yeah.
And you're like, "I wouldn't know where to begin." He's like, "Neither would I."
Yeah, but first,
What do you say we do rock, paper, scissors, cowboy?
How about we just pretend that we both beat each other's asses?
Best of 3, go on, shoot.
Yeah, how about we do like that finger game where you...
You don't know what's in my heart.
He's like Antonio Banderas. You don't know what's in my heart.
You want to take it outside? Why don't we take it inside?
He's got a whip.
Whatever happened to Antonio Banderas? He seems like fully replaced by Pedro
Puss in Boots.
Pedro Mezcal.
He's pussy
yeah,
boots.
Pedro Mezcal.
Pedro Mezcal. Fully replaced
From
him.
Pedro Mezcal. That sounds great right now.
Yeah.
No, he's Puss in Boots.
Oh yeah.
Dude, Puss in Boots 2 was one of the best movies I've seen in
I heard it's
theaters
fire.
all year. Soul fire.
I haven't seen any of the Puss in Boots.
Puss in Boots 2.
I never saw Puss in Boots 1, but Puss in Boots 2.
Puss in Boots 2.
It's a painterly style, you know, kind of like the first Spider-Man's.
Love that.
Love it. It's gorgeous. They do that weird thing where they slow the frame rate down for like the
Yeah.
fight sequences. Friggin' awesome.
There's a lot of fight sequences and
There's
Puss
a
in
lot
Boots.
of fights. It opens on a huge fight scene. He fights like a rock monster.
He's like an
High
alcoholic cat. That's the whole concept, right?
What?
He's like an alcoholic cat. That's like
He's like an alcoholic cat who kicks ass.
he's like if Tom Waits was a cat.
yeah, he's a lot like Tom Waits.
Yeah. Well, Tom Waits is like always in the background. Whatever.
He is always in the background,
Yeah.
actually. He's like, I got a bottle full of poison. Yeah, in Shrek 2.
Pianos.
I got a bottle full of poison. Yeah, I love Tom Waits. I'm a big
He's
TW
the man,
head.
dude.
It's great.
Trigger warning.
Martha?
I love Tom Waits. Is that a song?
Yeah, it's a good one.
Is that on the earlier albums?
Yeah, it's the first one.
Yeah, I like Swordfish Trombone. I'm a big fan of.
Do you ever heard Keep the Change?
Is that a real Tom Waits
I
song?
think Small Change. But no, there's I think it's called Step Right Up.
Step right up.
It's the most amazing song in the world.
Okay, I'll check it out.
He just lists anything that you could possibly sell, and it's only $1. It's like, we got new shoes, old shoes, mattresses, furniture, used car, loans, only $1. Only $1.
Dude, everything's a rusty carnival to him.
Yeah,
for someone.
yeah.
It's like, when I was in high school, I was like, this is fucking blowing.
I know.
I was like, I know art and no one else does.
yeah, exactly.
Because he's like, the clown sang to the goldfish.
You're like, thank you, finally.
I go, finally someone fucking gets me. I'm doing cocaine with a Puerto Rican Chinese. And you're like, yes. He sold his Ford Bronco to a Cherokee man.
Dude, when I was like a gay virgin 14-year-old, that's like how I felt.
That's a gay virgin.
What is a gay virgin
14-year-old?
14-year-old?
I was a gay virgin 14-year-old. That's how I felt about the Decemberists.
Oh, hell yeah,
When
dude.
they were just like, the
Try
Carney's
one.
daughter on the boat of the mast. And I was like,
yeah,
thank
it's
you.
always like it's always like the architect built a fortress for his constable. The concubine's queen made herself mead and wine, and you're like, yes.
I don't give a damn, my dear.
We went fishing for pilot whales in the Mediterranean, and you're like, dude, this is
The Castilian town is burning down.
San Tropez's fish market collapsed. And, you go, dude,
And we
this
all
is-
sang la da 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 da.
and the lutes began to sing.
I listened to that. I was like, I think I'm going to be a novelist.
God,
Like,
the next-
I think I'm going to write really prosy fiction.
I think I might be the next Hunter S. Thompson.
Dude, that Bukowski was another one like that.
I was obsessed.
Yeah.
I was
Bukowski's a
obsessed.
great one to be a 14-year-old gay virgin
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
I was obsessed.
She's
man.
like, I just drank and kicked a woman in the face.
Yeah. It's like, you sound like a bad guy.
He's a real dickhead. I got a bluebird. I
Because he's
raped
like,
it.
I never cleaned my room.
Yeah, that was
Mom is
totally
a
me.
bitch.
He's like, I
Because
woke up
my
in a
mom's
pile.
a
He's
bitch.
like, I woke up hungover, taste of booze on my breath, pile of my own filth. I was like, yeah, me too.
Yeah, you're 16.
It's like, he makes it sound so cool, but it's really pathetic.
It's
what
really
I do.
Just
sad.
like reading it, looking at a pile of socks in the corner of my room.
Yeah, he's
yeah,
like,
man.
He's
like, the Schlitz gave me
suck.
diarrhea.
Tell me about it, Chuck.
You go, Chuck, Hank, my man. He's a genius.
He's like
He's
laying
a
to
genius.
his bed next to a bunch of like empty fucking Doritos bags and like empty cans.
You're like, what a genius.
Yeah, as a fat teenager, you really think you're relating to Bukowski.
Yeah.
That you're not.
A fat drunk.
He's like, and I shit water. And I'm like, dude, it happens to me all the time.
Yeah, dude, I had Taco Bell yesterday. It was crazy. Yeah, Mom took us to Taco Bell. It kind of ruined my stomach. So I kind of get what he's
Bit
at.
of a Bukowski guy.
I kind of be a big Bukowski head. I'm trying to think of other guys who are like
Big
that.
B head.
Hunter S. Thompson's like
Hunter
that.
S. Thompson, yeah.
I'm trying to think of like bro, early bro.
Yeah, I was like, Mom, I'm going to Vegas and I'm doing shrooms.
And I'm going to write about it.
You
It's
ever-
fucking art.
Do you ever see that thing that pops up every once in a while? It's like, this was Hunter S. Thompson's morning
It's
breakfast
so fake.
routine.
It's the
so
fakest thing on earth.
It's like, start out with 6 bumps of Coke, 1 over medium egg,
yeah.
a bottle of bourbon,
Yeah.
3 cigarettes.
Yeah, I drink liquid poop and then I
Yeah.
swim in a vat of sewage.
I was like, this guy's
Yeah.
a month away from his own death.
Yeah, and then he shot his brains out like 4 minutes after he wrote this joke list.
Right.
He was fully like dementia, wasn't he? I feel like he
No.
was losing his brain.
Yeah.
A little bit, yeah, but he was more just bummed out. He was pissed off. He wasn't bummed out. He was grumpy.
He was mad at the world.
He was just grump. No, his suicide note. He was just very grumpy. He was
Yeah,
like, my
suicide
knees.
note is-
I hate my knees hurt. He was like, my
it
knees
wasn't
hurt.
even like at the world.
He
No,
was
it
like, my
was
back
my
hurts, my
back
knees hurt,
hurt, my
I've
knees
lived
hurt.
enough.
It's like you fed your knees only cocaine.
Yeah, it's like
so
you
long.
fucking got hammered for 70 years
Right.
of your
I
whole...
get it about being like 58 and you've done blow your entire life and you're like, I'm not ready for these years.
I'm not riding this
Yeah,
out.
dude, no.
I'm not riding this
I'm
one out.
pussying this one out. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
that's
hair,
actually
I'm
understandable.
gonna hair the dog this thing and just blow my brains out.
Hair the dog is blowing your brains
Yeah,
out. You know, hair the dog where you shoot your own head off.
yeah. Like,
I think that was Courtney Love too. I think she
like
got
when
Hunter.
yeah, Courtney Love killed Hunter S. Thompson.
yeah. Who didn't she kill, man?
She killed Julius Caesar.
She killed Lincoln.
Mao Zedong she got.
Dude, I was reading about
Two
Lincoln's
Courtney?
assassination.
2 Courtney. What?
I was reading about Lincoln's assassination. I was like, how is it that easy to fucking blast a
There
president?
was no
off?
Secret Service.
There's no security. There was
No.
one security guard, and he was at the bar across the street. He was literally at Dave and Buster's across the street, just like slamming Miller Lights. And he was like, "Oh fuck, what happened?"
You're kidding.
Yeah,
Get the fuck out of here. You know he didn't die right away. What's his name?
Lincoln?
Lincoln. He like didn't die right away, and he would have lived with like modern medicine. They just fucking like
oh yeah.
they like bloodlet him and like punched him in the face. And then they were like, yeah, he's dead.
Give him oysters.
Pour soup on the wound.
It was literally like,
Pour Boston clam chowder on the wound.
stuff his balls with lavender. Like, okay. Just didn't.
Bring in a cow, a full cow. Let him touch it.
Scientists now are like, he was actually fine until they poured chicken noodle soup all over. He's actually totally
They
fine.
poured chicken
Until
noodle
they
soup in
poured
his
chicken
head
noodle
wound.
soup all over his wound.
Did you try chicken noodle soup?
Oh, fuck, we
Tell me
forgot.
that didn't work. God.
You didn't put celery in it. You fool.
And then he
Must have put lobster bisque in the brainstem.
the night before he went to the play, he's like, I had the craziest dream last night. I had a dream that somebody blew my fucking head off at the play tonight. And they're like, anyway, I guess I'll go check out the play.
Some shit. I think it was, didn't Booth die? He died too right after, didn't he? Am I wrong about that? Didn't he get like,
I think they probably shot
did he
him
break
or
his, he
something.
broke his leg.
He bro-
I know he broke his leg because he
Yeah, 'cause
jumped
he
from the
jumped
balcony.
from the balcony onto
which
the
he did not
stage.
have to do.
No.
Could have definitely turned around.
I think somebody like blocked him and then he knifed him and then he
360 backflipped off the top. It was actually sick.
said some fucking shit in Latin.
Yeah. Yes. He did say some shit in Latin. I forget what it was. It's probably something about liberty.
Segs semper tyrannis or something.
Yeah, it was like it was Tyrannus.
Like
It was something
down
about tyranny.
It was like, from...
Because this guy's taking our slaves. He's a real tyrant.
This guy's like a tyrant. Dude.
It's like okay, call me crazy. I don't
No,
know.
it's like literal bullshit.
This is John the night before. I'm gonna do something.
No,
You
it's
always
literal
say
bullshit.
that,
Two
John.
guys smoking weed in their apartment.
Like, you know he's going to your show tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Get the
What?
fuck out.
Get the fuck out of here.
Fucking big,
I could bring my gun?
big brother,
Yeah,
dude.
totally.
Everyone has guns. It's fine.
Yeah, totally.
He's a little one. Because he got shot with like a tiny 18 whatever the fuck.
Dude, it's like the size of like... Yeah, it's like so tiny.
It's like this big. It's like the bullet
It
was
was like
like
my 14-year-old virgin cock. dude.
literally. It was like the size of a pea. Went through like his neck, and then they're like, and then we kicked him in the stomach.
And
over
we
over.
poured soup on it. I'll be damned if he just...
President Lincoln's got a tiny little hole in his shoulder.
Did you
We
add
need to fill it
paprika?
with mayonnaise.
Did you put mayonnaise?
mayonnaise in the hole.
Mayonnaise and paprika.
Make them drink kerosene. All
Yeah.
right, you want to wrap things up?
Let's do it.
Rabbit.
Watch the special.
Watch
Follow Joe
Joe's
Nunnink.
special.
What's your exact Instagram? I'm sorry.
At Nunnagram.
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 And
IGRAM.
let's
And
go.
then check out the special Keep
Makes
the
great
Change.
specials.
Keep the change.
Keep the change on 800-pound gorilla.
800-pound gorilla.
800-pound
YouTube.
gorilla.
Yeah, June 10th.
I looked up actually 800-pound gorilla. That's actually that is on the higher end of size.
Yeah.
I feel like, yeah. I feel like
Females are
it's-
about 500 pounds, I think.
Yeah,
the
800,
males.
800 pounds pretty big.
That's a big gorilla.
That's a huge.
100-pound gorilla.
Yeah.
That's like your mom.
Oh, what the fuck, dude?
Oh, who, Christoph's mom?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Well, I fucked both your guys' moms. That's our show, everybody. Thank you so much. We're going to switch over to the Patreon, which Nunnink is staying around for.
Patreon.com/roughweek.
Check
Please
it out.
join us there. Thank
Thanks
you
for
for all
having
the
us.
Much love.
support. We
Much
love you.
love, brother.